Hi, this is Taylor with Vanta, and I wanted to go over some exciting new product updates that are live in your account. The first I'll be going over is our Connectors API. So that's going to be about 10 new integrations that you can start leveraging today. Don't worry, there will be plenty more with this Connectors program. The second is the ability to snooze tests and documents. That's right, the ability to snooze it, just like your alarm clock. Third is going to be those pesky inventory item owners and descriptions test that you may be familiar with. We've made it that much easier to assign owners and descriptions using our bulk tag feature, as well as our ability to customize the tags that you're using. All right, so let's dive into Connectors API. So first I'm going to move myself over into this corner and we're going to click into integrations. Let's scroll to the bottom. And now you're going to see partner built integrations. So what we've done is we now have an open API that allows Vanta customers to build their integrations directly into the tool with the help from our own engineering and product teams. So you're going to see these integrations. Be sure to hover over them and see if any apply to you. They're going to be anything from security awareness training to incident monitoring to mobile device management tools, you name it. So let's actually go through an example. Let's say that your team is using Riot for security awareness training. So maybe you're not using the one in Vanta, maybe you're not using KnowBe4, you're using Riot. Go ahead and connect that, and then we'll bring in a list of your employees so we can track offboarding, but more importantly, we'll bring in your security awareness training results for those employees too. So you can select which campaigns come in. That way your auditor can see all of that evidence without requiring any manual screenshots that need to be passed over. We'll bring it directly in. Multiple integrations can be connected. So maybe you're using Riot, maybe you're using Incident.io, and maybe you're using BreachRx. Go ahead and try them out. All right, next I wanted to go over snoozing of tests and documents. So if I head on over to a document, let's say we wanted to click into one, and I'll just pick one at random. And let's say that we're going to be leveraging this one. And you spoke with your auditor and they're like, hey, you don't really need this for this year, but I'd recommend doing it next year. What you can always do is mark it as not applicable or deactivate it on the test page. And then from there, you'll now notice this new feature, mark as not relevant until a specified date. You can actually select a date in the future. Let's say we'll deal with this in April of next year. From there, you can put in your reasoning why you're actually marking it as not relevant, so both you and your auditor see it, and then hit save. We'll then remind you in April, hey, you had a document that you snoozed. Do you want to actually move forward and implement this, or do you want to, continue to snooze it? Ideally, we're implementing it, by the way. And that's, as a reminder, available in documents and tests, so not just documents. All right, and then the third thing that I wanted to cover is inventory. So under your test page, you may be familiar with inventory items have owners and descriptions. Well, we know that these can be quite noisy because new instances are being spun up, usually at least weekly, if not daily. So how do we manage those? If you head on over to inventory, what you're now going to see here is where you have these checkboxes. So you can select all or select which ones you want to and assign the owners and descriptions in bulk right here in Vanta. So that way you don't have to worry about going one by one to do that. Second is you can actually do this in AWS or GCP or DigitalOcean, just like what you've done in the past, except for now we allow you to customize which tags come in. So if I hit edit bulk tag, you'll see here where we have the Vanta tags. So you may already be familiar with this, but essentially inside of AWS or GCP or Azure, if you use Vanta owner, or let's find the Vanta description, we'll then bring in the description or the owner of what you're applying in AWS or GCP, etc. But let's say that you're already doing this. So your team is already assigning the owner, but they're not using the Vanta owner tag. That's okay. Here at Vanta, we understand, you all may have already been doing this pre-Vanta. So how do we support your needs? Through custom tags. So you'll see here, this is what Vanta's looking for the owner, but let's say you all just call it owner inside of AWS. Type in owner, save those changes, And now, instead of looking for Vanta owner, we're going to look for owner, and then we'll match that up to the actual owner. So we'll bring in all that information automatically. All right, those are the 3 updates I really wanted to go over with you today. If you have any questions or need any help, go ahead and let your customer success manager know. We're always happy to help.